We're now live. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow councillors, before we start tonight's meeting, I would like to ask if you could all join me in a minute's silence in memory of Tony Ferrari, who tragically died yesterday. So if you could all stand, we'll just start this meeting with a minute's silence. Thank you very much, councillors. Well, we'll get down to business. Item 1, apologies for absence.
I have received apologies from Councillor Hall.
Just councillor. We now have to approve these apologies. So I'd like to propose that we accept these apologies. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Bell? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All those in favour? And that's unanimous. We now come to item 2, which is declarations of interest. Does any councillor have any declarations of interest in the matters on the agenda tonight? No. And should you perhaps decide that you have, don't forget, at any moment during the meeting, you can declare the interest. We come now to item 3, the minutes of the last meeting. And does anybody have any comments on the minutes of the last meeting? No, then if we could agree these minutes of the last formal meeting held on the 10th of October as a true and accurate record, and they be signed as such. Do I have a proposer? Councillor Bell, seconded by Councillor
Young.
Councillor Young. Yeah, you got that? Yeah. All those in favour? And that's unanimous again. There we go. Now we now come to public participation. I'm not aware of any public participation tonight, Charmaine.
We've not been pre-notified.
No. So we will now move on to item 5, planning applications for discussion. The only one that we're aware of is
Higher Manor Farm.
Higher Manor Farm. And David will explain now why he would like to discuss this.
Yeah. So if you follow the link and bring up the site map, that would be helpful. Thank you, Charmaine. It's tidying up something that's gone on previously. So this is in my not in my ward, but it's near to my ward. I walk the dog over there, and so I know the footpaths. And the footpaths are a mess in this area. Development's taken place, necessary development has taken place, and the footpaths no longer run where they're shown on the map. I've reported it to the Dorset team, and they've sort of shrugged their shoulders a little about it. But here's an opportunity with a planning application affecting this footpath that no longer runs where it's shown. And it's an opportunity to raise it for it to be corrected. So if you look at that map there and you see on the top right-hand corner, there's Higher Manor Farm. There's a track that runs up shown in red, and then you get into the field and you've got those 2 holiday cottages which are being proposed, holiday lodges which are being proposed for development. That's what the actual development is about. Now the footpath runs across the site through the houses called Way Meadow Cottage. So if I could just show you that on Dorset Explorer. So you're looking at the same sort of viewpoint there. You can see Higher Manor Farm, you can see the two cottages, and that purpley line is a footpath. And you can see that it also runs through buildings further up. So it's historically correct, but that's about the best you can say for it. It's not really signposted either, and there are signposts for the Way Valley walks in that vicinity. So it's a mess that needs just sorting out. I've no problem with the planning application, it's just that I'd like us to raise that as a note at this point, if that's possible. I'm happy to write that out for Charmaine later, if you'd like it to know.
So the item could it be moved into, do we have to vote for that to go from item 6 into item 5? Or can we just leave it in item 5 and put it as a comment?
I'm happy just to comment, you know.
Okay, so, I think we're all saying it's no comment, but they, Councillor Northern can submit his own comments, if that's what was suggesting. Councillor Northern.
No,
I think it's good coming from the council, if I may.
to tidy up the
Footpath.
footpath.
I don't see that as a planning, but we could contact officers directly from the town council.
So this goes across the same land ownership, even though it doesn't go across the site that's being developed. So,
There's nothing wrong with just saying no comment, but I think like this clarified as David has said.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with saying that.
Yeah.
That's right. So,
Are you okay with doing that? Yeah?
Yeah.
So do we need a vote on that as well? Or?
I think to be safe.
We say-
well, this can become a committee.
Yeah, we have a proposal from councillor Northern that we comment about the inaccuracy of the footpaths on the planning application. Is that, yeah? Seconded by. Yeah, yeah. All those in favour? That's unanimous. Right, if there are, because we've been through item 5, nothing for discussion, yeah? We're now into item 6, where we're just going to make that one comment. Is there anything else in item 6?
item 5,
No, it's item 6, because we're leaving it in item 6, and we're going to put a comment with it.
okay. So yes, there is something else in item 6, so
Yeah.
in my item numbers.
Yeah.
I looked also at the development of Beverley Road, on the list. Yeah, go back to the item, thank you. Further down.
Have you got it?
This is the land east of,
Land east of Beverley Road, yeah.
they go near the
They
bottom.
are third from the bottom. So land east of Beverley Road constructs 6 number parking spaces, and when you look at it, what's currently there in the estate are a treed verge. So the principle of losing a tree verge in an already dense place, I wasn't greatly in favour of. But then I read one of the residents' letters who lives there, who's in favour of it because it would enable him. He has a disability. It would enable him to park his disabled vehicle closer to his house. So if you look on the right-hand map, it sort of shows the area and the bunch of trees. And this parking spaces takes it away. Well, takes the big tree away, not the top tree. Okay,
In that case, are you suggesting that we, sorry, I'm watching you.
No, please carry on.
Are you suggesting that we oppose it?
no, I'm raising it just to understand whether anybody has a concern. I started with a concern. I think when I read into it, my concern was mollified by the fact that there is a sort of local need.
Sorry, can we just clarify, is that on Jenner Way? Northern Beverley Road?
No, it's on whatever that road is called there.
Selwood Close.
It's something close or place.
Selwood Close.
Selwyn, yes.
Jenner Way,
Oh, it's in Genoway that is the street, okay.
so it's a bit of an inaccurate name.
Charmaine, could you scroll down a little so you just see the bottom of the parking?
6 spaces.
Oh,
no,
there's 2 trees.
2 trees, okay. Yeah. So,
Should we not simply request that 2 trees are planted?
Okay, why not do that? That's a good thing, some compensatory.
We normally,
Well done.
when they come up to be felled, we have a standard reply, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah,
good idea. Thank you.
Great.
and I've been down there.
Yeah.
And seen that with, councillor O'Leary.
Yeah.
And the residents want them gone
Yeah.
because they cut out the light into the thing and they create a lot of leaves and mess. So I know about that one.
Yeah.
Do you have a proposal second that if we are gonna,
Comment.
and respond to comment regarding the trees?
I propose we comment on the tree.
I'll second it.
Yeah. So we have a proposal from councillor Norman, seconded by councillor Bell. All those in favour? Unanimous. Anybody got any other comments in item 6? In that case, we can go down to the committee recommends kind of a comment of no objection is returned for the above planning applications. Yeah,
I'll propose that.
so that's proposed by councillor Northern, seconded by councillor Bergman. Yes,
No, Lucy back.
seconded by councillor Hamilton. Yeah, all those in favour? And that's unanimous again, shall we? We can now move on to item 7, tree-related planning applications.
It does seem unfortunate that Manor Road is getting hit. It's part of a wildlife corridor. That's in the wildlife corridors that we looked at when we looked at the neighbourhood plan.
Yeah,
And it's quite a narrow wildlife corridor because they've already built the Weymouth Relief Road through it. So there's just this strip, and it's a really nice little green strip that links in with 2 Mile Copse and provides a corridor through.
Well, as long as we give our standard response.
Yeah.
Also, if it's got ash dieback.
Yeah.
one's going.
There's a problem, they're all ash there, aren't they?
Yeah,
yeah,
Between trees.
This isn't the first time Manor Road has
Yeah.
come up though, that's what's
Yeah.
worrying me.
Look, they do list replacements.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the good, when Weymouth Relief Road was built, it wasn't wooded, but it is now. Sorry, Weymouth Way.
Can I ask you, who's put this forward?
Well, no,
Is this the council, does the
No.
council ask for these forward?
it's applications for trees to be felled and that.
Yeah, I'm
And
just
we
wondering
felt as a
who put
committee,
it
we
forward.
should know about this so that we're aware of it. And we produced the standard response is that we would like 2 trees in place of them.
Yeah.
To be planted, but of a native variety.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who put these forward, who put the planning application forward?
That'd be probably the,
Highway.
If you click on it, it's Mr. Burton of 1A Manor Road.
Oh, is it? Okay. Thank you.
so, and that's what we've decided because well, none of us are experts on the trees, as it were. But obviously when people ask for them to, sorry, we do have an expert.
Well, no, if they've got ash dieback, which is a serious disease at the moment, I mean, they need to be felled to protect other trees.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if a professional has diagnosed them, then yes, they need to come down, get them gone.
And before you can knock one down, if it's got a PTO on it,
Yeah.
you've got to get the, as I've done, you've got to get the tree people out. But we never used to go through these yet. This is something that's was requested by the committee, so we can at least look at what's going on.
No, it's a good idea.
So if we're all happy, we can, that agrees the standard response wording. Yeah. So if I could have a proposer, proposed by councillor Wakeling, seconded by councillor Young. All those in favour? And that's unanimous, Charlotte. We can now go to item 8, of which there are none, so we can move on to item 9, which is an appeal at 26 Broughton Crescent. Yeah. And what we've got to decide is whether we agree or not to amend the previous no objection made by Weymouth Town Council.
Yeah, I looked at this and couldn't see what an objection was here. They're squaring off their house and taking it up to the height of the house.
Well, we had no objection.
So why has Dorset Council rejected it?
I don't know.
Okay, well, they may know better than us, so I suggest we know no better.
Yeah.
I propose that we stick with our original objection.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seconded by councillor Young.
Yeah.
All those in favour? Again, that's unanimous, Sean. We come to item 10, which there are none. Item 11, there are none. Item 12. Item 13, there are none. And we come now to item 14, which is information items. I'm sure we've all had a look through these.
Yeah.
But if nobody's got any comments on the 3 applications, we can go straight to the neighbourhood planning update, a verbal update by councillor Northern.
Thank you very much. We had a neighbourhood plan steering group meeting yesterday. We're pleased that the neighbourhood plan is now out for consultation. It went out on the 27th of October. The consultation runs until the 8th of December. It's being advertised on Greatest Hits. It's being a series of echo articles hopefully will be appearing, and it's appearing on our social media. We also plan to put a leaflet out to every household in Weymouth and outside Weymouth, but that's, sorry, we're putting out a leaflet to every household in Weymouth so that everybody knows about the plan. And we'll also be holding, the plan will be available to view in libraries, community centres, and we'll be organising a number of drop-in events. I'll give you these dates and locations later.
Will they come out as an email?
They will eventually. So on the 16th of November, we're at the Marsh at the Moonfleet Bowls Club from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock. So drop in and ask questions. Then again, from the 22nd, we're at Preston Village Hall. So if you want to ask the steering group any questions, that's your opportunity. Then on the 27th, we're at Littlemore Community Centre. We have 3 dates still to be arranged: Redland Sports and Community Park and Wellworthy Social Club. That gives us a good coverage across the town. And we're also planning, once we've got those dates sorted, to put a town hall slot like we did last time, so that people will be coming here.
Can I just ask, where's the information on where these meetings are?
So this will be published on the in the leaflet and on the website.
Right.
I'll just give you a quick, why do we need a neighbourhood plan? And the West Dorset Weymouth Important Plan was made in 2015. It's not been updated and is open to challenge from developers. The emerging local plan is delayed for at least 2 years. A Weymouth neighbourhood plan helps us fill this void. Developers must comply with the Weymouth neighbourhood plan once it's made. The Weymouth neighbourhood plan provides a community-led view of what development is needed in Weymouth. The Weymouth neighbourhood plan provides evidence to support funding applications for Weymouth, because there are a number of things which people have raised that aren't actually addressable by a neighbourhood plan, but we've captured those in the community aspirations. So it's something we can go back to. And quite importantly, having a plan reduces the risk of unwanted development. Remember, if the 5-year housing supply falls away, then developers can develop anywhere they like, pretty much. Not quite, but it reduces the constraints on them. And if the neighbourhood plan is in place, then they can't. So I wondered how best to, we've been discussing as a steering group, how do we really get the message across? Because it's got 63 policies, it's grouped under 4 themes. Is it about headlines? That the neighbourhood plan protects 49 local green spaces from inappropriate development? that it allocates 50 hectares of land for public open space and as an extension to the Lorton Valley Nature Park, that it allocates land for nearly 1,000 homes with more than 450 affordable homes, mostly social housing. It allocates land for employment on brownfield site. It supports new businesses, workshops and hubs setting up, and it protects local community facilities such as pubs, community buildings and sports facilities. It sets high standards for new development to address the climate and ecological emergency. So I really hope that people take some time and look at it. I don't expect them to read every page, but look at the bits that interest them in their area or the topics which particularly interest them. And the topics are landscape and green spaces, homes, jobs, community, and response to the climate emergency. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I would just to say, David, I've been contacted today by a resident who has said it's very hard to get through a 216-page policy as an average person on the street. So perhaps what you're suggesting to put the headlines to lead people into it gently, because
Oh, yes.
I mean, I personally have not finished reading it because it's a book, and I think I appreciate it's a policy. It needs to have all the whistles and bells to make it valid, but in terms of something we can consult on simply, it's a real challenge.
Yeah, so Councillor Bergman requested this at the full council meeting that we consider producing a précis. And as a steering group, we've gone through one version of the précis and we're in the process of revising that version. And I've just read from that previous version of it, the headlines that were in there. So the idea that we have is we think that even the précis is too long to put in this leaflet that we send to everybody. But if the leaflet points people at the website, they can look at the website and the website will have the précis. So it's a really good point. Thank you. Well, thank you both.
It's good that application being listed, and I'm sure that's quite hard to do actually.
Yes.
Yeah, would it be possible to get a price on about 10 pages?
Oh, the précis that I have at the moment, which you can have a look at later, that the group is still working on, is 3.5 pages.
So that's good.
So it is, and it's still a bit dense in text form. So the group are trying to simplify my language.
So could the prices be put through the process of very
I'm not sure about that. I think if the leaflet goes and says, look, and it's there, I think that suffices. I will take that away and ask, say that was raised again. Would there be support from this group for doing that?
Well,
Yeah.
It's more democratic, isn't it?
It'll cost more money, but that I don't think should be
Who's
the
paying
constraint.
for it?
I got another good, we did get a grant.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, sorry. So this is a good news bit. So we've already received £17,600 from the government to support the neighbourhood plan. And the limit that you're allowed to get is 18 grand. So we applied for more money. We applied for 10K. And because of the complexity and the extent of our plan, they've given us that £10,000, which is absolutely brilliant. Nevertheless, so I think that might be a reason. If we can get it agreed in time, then let's see if we can do it. I'll take that back to the committee, the steering group, and ask them to consider it. We've got a subgroup which doesn't involve me that's looking at how to communicate this best.
Just on communication, greatest hits, so it's gone out.
Greatest hits used to be called Wessex FM. So it's not that we haven't chosen it because it's called Greatest Hits. I wish the neighbourhood plan was a greatest. Maybe it should be.
You also doing air and keep.
No, I don't think we are.
Keep 106, that's. Well,
Okay. It isn't, we're having to pay that, of course. Yeah.
Councillor Bell has contact there, I believe.
Yes, I've been on Keep 106 this week, so yeah.
Okay.
Guy called, I believe it's Rob Mott.
Rob Mott, yeah.
May I ask a different question? The Dorset are consulting on the cumulative impact policy for licensing in the town centre.
Yeah.
I believe members put their comments in by Monday and the deadline was yesterday. Did we? Why is that?
I am collating responses tomorrow and will be submitting them tomorrow. But I would urge, when we do go out to consult with members, it'd be really good if we could have a wider feedback from members and not just a handful of.
Yeah.
Respond. And if you have any thoughts on how we can consult better, you know, in a more effective way, then please do let us know. I don't want us to spend money and time on something that's, you know, that it's not our consultation, but actually anyway, so we can capture your input. We very much appreciate it, because at the moment I just don't feel it's well.
I just thought Microsoft Forms, what we use the most, like, and anytime there's a, I don't know, an SEND appraisal or something like that at school, all the teachers receive it, it's all set up.
Well, a lot of elderly people don't use it.
I would hope members are able to.
I think it's, even now, they do not.
I would hope.
Anything else? Yeah. Right, well, we can make, close the, thank you very much indeed, members.
It's easier than doing it.